Sweet, we're online, everyone.
All right.
Howdy, folks, both present and future. Welcome back after 2 long weeks to the Nightmare of LOCHHOLT, a modified adventure based off of Chaosium's The Haunting. My name is Ray. I am your Keeper of Arcane Lore, and to save time and breath, I will be known as the Keeper or GM for short. Here we have our wonderful players, Sky, Bryson, and Hayden. How are you guys doing? It's been 2 long weeks.
Pretty good.
See, we saved small talk for this small segment, though I don't think it's going to matter too much.
Hey, guess what? The semester is over, and I passed all my classes.
Yeah.
Sweet!
Yeah.
That's pretty great, so you have more free time.
Good.
Or at least I assume.
Yeah.
Semester over already? I guess it is.
For BOUI it is.
Ah.
Spring semester starts on the 17th.
I seem to remember it, like, goes longer or something. I don't know.
Yeah. It has 3 semester tracks a year instead of 2.
Ah.
So
A different than semester, maybe. I don't know.
I don't know. Because it started like in the beginning of January and ended in early April, so
Gotcha.
it was like 3-month semester. 3.5 months, something like that. But I'm vibing.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I think if that's it, I'm going to jump
it.
right into the
That's all the
recap.
news.
All right.
Well, I guess I haven't been doing anything. Just doing a lot more reading as I always do.
I've been procrastinating a lot these last couple of weeks. That's basically me. Oh, anything new happened with you, Hayden? Or should we jump right into the session?
Well, I have a child, so that's fun.
A child?
A child!
That is pretty exciting, though. Having a kid is pretty exciting.
Yeah.
All right.
Ray over here pretending it didn't know that.
Whoa! I wasn't told via Discord or anything. All right, but yeah, that is pretty fantastic. So, without further ado, I think I'll jump into the recap. This is what I remember for 2 weeks ago. Okay, so a lot happened last session. After listening to Professor Gray's tape, you had all broken off into teams. Irvin and Jeremiah, with the company of Winston Smith, had gone to the sanitarium to talk with the Corbetts. They're a young but mentally unstable couple who had reaffirmed the strange nature of their old home. Vittorio seemed in a worse condition, and showed you his bloodied Bible. In it were words scrawled, by his own weapon is the devil worsted. Miles away, back at town,
Worsted?
Howard... Yeah, I think we had worsted. There was like a big conversation
I
on
remember
that.
writing it down because it was so weird.
Yeah.
Worsted.
Worsted. Miles away, back at town, Howard had himself arrested after a short but violent interaction with an officer in the hopes of retrieving Gray's journal.
I'm gonna take them back with me.
When the others returned, some words were exchanged and lock-picking tools were carefully handed off to Howard before the rest of you took shelter at Smith's apartment in LOCHHOLT, who oddly, obviously accepted you all into his home. It's a little dirty, but I think you guys had just arrived into his home. It's a little dirty. He wasn't expecting visitors, but it's for a person like him, it's tidier than you'd expect. Imagine like your typical 1920s apartment, as all the necessity is of modern life. So he looks around. Oh crap! I forgot his voice.
Remember, Winston is supposed to be like. Also, he's supposed to have children.
You have a lot of NPCs.
Hang on a second. He's supposed to have children. I just remembered.
He's supposed to have kids?
Remember,
I
said it
to me, I think.
Yeah, he has like the exact average amount of kids, which for the time, which is something like 3.7.
Well, to be fair, you didn't. 3.7. To be fair,
right.
You didn't mention he was married, so I think he's just living alone. But if you want to have
Okay.
kids,
That's
then
changing Bryson's character.
this is
I
news to
put
me.
my heart
This
and
is the first
soul
time that I'm
into
hearing
Winston
this.
Smith. I did not just make him up on the spot at all.
Okay. All right.
Totally not just an average of all the average.
Yes.
He's
He's
very
so
average.
incredibly average that he becomes unaverage for how average he is.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Okay,
The
so
fact
his
that he's
name's
average
Winston.
in every single aspect of his life makes him unique.
Hold on, I'm making up kids. Patrick and
Patrick and Patricia.
No, it was
Gwendolyn.
3.7.
What are the average names for nice?
Patricia is
All
a
right.
super common name.
Patrick and Josephine. Okay,
When you wanted a son, but he had a daughter.
so
The top names are Robert, John, James for males, females Mary,
as you
Dorothy,
open up
Helen.
the door, it's a fairly messy living room, but other than that, it's as you imagined. There's like the main living space, a hallway that leads off to the right, and across the living room, there's a kitchen and dining area. And as you step in, you hear some doors shut. The voice of a squeaky girl comes and echoes throughout the hallways, like "Daddy!" And this like 9-year-old kid wearing like a flowing spotted flowery dress runs up. Her hair is in like 2 long braids. She comes up and hugs him around the waist, and this 10-year-old boy has like this like play wooden rifle with like a cork at the end comes in. Hey, Dad! And he runs up, and then he's like, "Oh, hey, kids. I hope you don't mind. My boss, and I assume you've met them before. Would
Yeah,
Irvin
I'm sure.
have met them?
You know, this isn't the first time that I have invaded his
Screwed.
privacy and personal space. Jesus.
Okay.
No, well, not firstly. I'm sure I've seen him around with his children,
Okay.
Watch.
You remember
doing
Miss-
sufficiently average things, going to the park. You know?
You remember Mr. Was it Parker? Is that your last? Okay, Patterson. You remember
Yes.
Mr. Patterson? And the boy like aims his gun at you, and the daughter just sort of hides behind him and like pulls on one of her braids. I'm terribly sorry. It's getting
Where are your
late.
other 1.7 children?
Off being average somewhere else. Right. If 3 kids.
A baby. Just kidding. Well, just a little.
Like,
You don't need to make up the children. I'm sure they're never gonna come up again.
Hey.
These are important character-defining characters for your person. Alrighty. Oh my gosh, I'm about to scar these kids for life later. Okay, cool. So
What?
nothing.
He has
So
plans.
I'm afraid I don't
My
have
next
any
piece.
guest
My next
rooms,
character,
but you can
Patrick.
you can take the couch, and Mr. Jeremiah, whose last name is Biggs, I can roll out some foam and give you a blanket. Find a comfortable spot on the floor if that's all right.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, splendid.
We're much appreciative.
Of course, I'm gonna put these kids to bed. Do you need coffee or drinks or anything?
Just water.
Well,
gonna-
okay, yes.
We're pretty much
I'll
just
come
going
back.
to go to sleep and get going as soon as we can.
Of course. And he shuffles his kids off down the hallway, and you hear, "No, I don't want to get dressed. No!" And like kicking and screaming, like, "Come on, we have people over." And so you imagine he's wrestling some socks on to the boy, Patrick. Meanwhile, this is happening. Hayden, in the dark lonesome of your prison cell, you hear a scratchy, dry voice sort of echo in the cell right next to you. Hold my mic just a hair closer. Oi!
Yeah.
Is it true you punched a cop, got arrested for assaulting an officer?
No, he punched me. Let's get these facts straight. I didn't do nothing to him.
Right. We all didn't do nothing. Well, hey. That guy really wasn't your lawyer, was he?
You never know. These lawyery types.
Well,
It's
I
the
saw...
closest thing I have to a lawyer.
You
Let's
can't
just
trust
say that.
lawyers, and sometimes not even lawyers.
Not even lawyers can trust lawyers. All right. So you hear him just make a dry chuckle. Well, do you have any way of getting out of here, mate?
What's it to you?
I think I know a way out. I think
What might that be?
if what I saw your friend slip you serves me correctly, then we might be able to make a break for it. All the officers are off. They typically leave the station. They don't leave anyone behind. These cops are kind of rotten. I'd say if anyone from Boston got wind of this, all these folks would wind up in a cell like us. Don't expect to get out of here soon. Lawyer or not, you're staying in.
Yeah.
But I overheard one of the officers say that there's a basement connected to some kind of sewerway underneath the town. If you help me, I'll help you out of here. I think I can find it.
You have a deal.
Sweet. He reaches his hand around. You see like this bony hand, or at least the shape of a hand poke out in front of one of the bars. Driscoll Harker.
Nice to meet you, Driscoll.
Of course, it's a very
My name's
awkward
Howard.
shake. Howard? Fantastic. All right. Well, ready when you are.
All right. So no one's here?
No one's here. Promise.
Okay. Okay.
Wait,
oh, yeah,
they
we
were
need
just
to...
left in a jail by themselves?
Yeah. Hey, we never rolled to, like, improve scores and...
You're right. I get ahead of myself. That
Bad
was even
GM, bad GM.
that was even right below the recap. All right, so you reminded me. So let's do luck and skill improvements, which I hope you guys have a list of them all because I don't remember at all.
I
Wow,
do.
keep tracking the
Whoa!
Okay.
Look at that roll for luck. Look at this luck roll.
2.
Ooh, that's
Two's
a
pretty.
pretty.
Two's better than 1.
Going to be.
Two's sure. Two's better than
Whoa,
one.
Hayden,
but
you got
worse
10?
than 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, or 9, or 10.
Dang, Hayden.
Yeah, got 10 back. Okay.
I
Japers.
think you have more luck than me now.
And then we do the roll and we want to fail it, right? For the
If
one?
you fail it, then it increases.
Okay.
How many hit points was I
look
supposed
at
to have?
that. Look at me getting better at stuff.
How many hit points?
Well, I
Yeah.
improved nothing.
Says
Oh.
I have 8 out of 7. I don't remember making that change.
Yeah, I don't
Look
think
at
That
me
doesn't make
failing all
sense.
3 of those rolls.
you might have 7.
Maybe. How many hit
No, I
points
don't-
do you guys have?
6 out of 8. But I got punched. in the face.
Just say 8, Bryce. Did you
I think
make
it might have been 8. Maybe I changed the wrong.
were you damaged at all previous
I think
sessions?
so.
Hmm.
I don't think I've been damaged at all, actually.
Hey, you
Bryce,
didn't
did you make a
fall
luck roll?
I need to do that, yes.
Why
wait.
don't
Or you
I
just
roll
roll a
that?
d10 and you add it. You
Yes,
make,
that's
like, a luck
right.
check.
No, I remember.
1.
Great.
Ah, darn it. The best of both worlds. You got 1 and you got 10, and then 2.
And I think I need to make my skill
Right.
rolls as well.
All
So I
right.
got
Photography
persuade.
for Jeremiah Biggs, 79 over
Did I
70.
really only
job.
persuade?
Hayden.
You what? How do you get better at it again?
Yeah, I think I'm getting better at
Wait,
persuade.
what? 94 over 87? Jeez.
Yep.
Roll
All right, I guess
D10. Roll that D10.
I guess you got a D10.
If you
What's
get
the
mad,
max?
you
10,
max
10,
it out.
Is there a
10.
max on
10.
that? I thought you
I
were
think
looking-
95.
your maximum is 95 because you need like at least
that's
either 99 or 95, but I'm pretty sure it's 99.
pretty sure it was
or
95.
I think
remember.
95 is what we said.
That's a D10, right?
Yeah, it's a D10.
Yeah.
Ah!
Darn.
Oh no, I only gained
Ugh.
1 point. It's now 88
That is
on
really
persuade.
unfortunate. 88 still is really good.
It's a nice number.
That's what I added to my.
Did the rest of
library
you?
use.
So Sky, you got psychology, library use, and photography. Hayden, did you get
And I
anything?
got to increase all of
I
them.
got nothing.
Oh,
Nothing.
darn it.
I was just
Nothing.
too successful.
You're just too freaking
You,
good.
all your things were high skills.
Yeah.
I'm kind of surprised I actually increased some photography.
All right. If
I'm pretty good at
that's
psychology though.
yeah. What's your psychology now?
60.
Wow.
That's when I rolled a 10 for.
Jeez, nice.
Psychology.
All right, we got to start spreading out all these skills, which might come into effect later. You guys want to do some jumping and
I'll just
piloting?
persuade my way out of any situation.
I just need to start shooting people.
Money.
You don't want to suck
Shooting
my
people,
brains
too.
out.
All right, if that's everything,
brawling.
which it might be, and jump back into it. So, your new buddy, not buddy,
What was his name?
Buddy, not buddy. do you
Driscoll
remember his name?
Harker. Driscoll Harker.
Ah.
I have a sheet right here.
Driscoll Harker.
Drisco double L's
Two L's.
Harker.
Exactly how you thought.
A very mysterious prisoner that was left there for seemingly a while. You saw him briefly as you were passing.
75 years.
It's me!
All right. Well, I guess time
It's
to
the old dad!
It's
to
me,
pick-
LOCHHOLT Harker. This town was named after me. I'm like 1,000 years old. What? All right.
I'm not wearing headphones right now. What am I doing?
Yeah, what are you doing?
I'm
Oh
grabbing
no!
Hear all the background noise.
All right.
I'll be back in like 10 seconds.
let's pick the lock.
Just hear like.
All right. Go
crashing
ahead and pick the
sounds.
lock. And
Or
as
attempt to pick the lock.
all right.
And then what?
Yes, that's how it goes. Make sure to read off your rolls. because
Hey,
Jack can't
nice.
see
Go
them.
ahead and mark that off. Yeah, 47 over 72 is a regular success. Good job.
Nice.
Nice.
Sweet.
Nice.
All right. Reach your hand through the bars.
Whoa.
And it's a little awkward not being able to actually see the lock and see where your hands are going. It's like this weird reverse, like clockwise over counterclockwise. But after 5 or so minutes of like just fiddling around in there, you hear a small, you hear a click, and the door unlocks, and you push it very gently open. The heavy metal gated door like heavily groans as you move it, and you like move it in small increments as to not make a loud noise, even though your friend reassures you that there's no one there. But after hearing the click and the door open, you hear Driscoll, "Oh, good job, mate. All right, me next."
Let's unlock his door.
All right.
He's
Jeez. 48 over 72.
Wow.
There's some tomfoolery going on here, I bet.
What, you
All right,
think
cool.
he hacked it?
I hacked roll 20.
Hacked roll 20. You do the same thing. Now it's a little bit easier since you're actually looking at the lock and you open up the door easily. Now stands before you a 6 foot tall male. His face is really bony and he looks underfed. He's just dirty. His clothes what once looked probably like a nice suit and very official, like investigator, like police investigator looking like attire. Is just sort of torn in places. He has like a bruise on his cheek, and there's like a scar over his right eye. He looks at you, all right, and he sort of limps out. Follow me.
All right.
So, got hit by an officer, you said. What led to that predicament?
Well, I've been snooping around a house or two, you know. A particular house in this town. Can't remember what it's called at the moment. What is it called?
They just call it the Corbett House.
The Corbett House.
He stops and he looks at you for like a long moment. Even though you can't really see where his eyes are, you could probably tell he's looking like very quizzically at you. Really? Huh. Turns around and starts
How are you?
hobbling down the hallway. Uh, someone in Arkham said that their father was missing a professor at Arkham University. I'm looking for a man named Gray. Started poking around here and well, the cops aren't exactly nice as folk. Got thrown in here. I was supposed to be transferred over to Boston about a week ago. Some personal things were said, my temper flared, and I punched them, and they punched back. I was tossed in here, left there for about a week. Yeah, you were never getting out of there. Come with me.
Well, the cops here apparently have Gray's journal.
Gray's... Are you looking for Gray too?
Yes. We happened to stumble across him, and we think there's some kind of connection.
Hi, it's me. Welcome to Shadows Over Lochholt. It's a Call of Cthulhu game. Live play. Alright. So he looks back at you and just nods. Right. Did his daughter Abigail send you?
I don't think I've met Abigail.
Abigail's his daughter. She's over at Arkham. When her father never returned home one night, after a few days or so, they hired me. I was on the trail, led me here, and well, now you're up to speed.
Well, if we can get into the evidence locker, we might be able to find his journal.
Oh yeah, they took me all around this place. I know where the evidence room is. Right down here. He walks up to the door, he unlocks it at the end of the hallway, peers his head out, looks right and left. Alright, come on. And you follow him. Right outside the gated area leading into the cell block is the long table where the clerks were sitting. And there's an opposite door off to the left. You walk over and you open up the door. It's unlocked. And there's another long hallway, but with separate doors for interrogations. There's one with like a small, not banner, but there's a sign above it that says evidence locker. Oh, that's convenient. And he walks over and he jiggles the doorknob and it's locked.
Pick the lock.
Working your magic. All right.
No one could have ever guessed.
Is there an armory by chance? Can I look around and see if there's an armory?
The police station?
Yes.
Yeah, they really need a heavy police presence in this
You may.
town.
So you got a hard success, 26 over 72, which is great. All right, so you succeed in that, and you
Wow.
click. The doorknob clicks, and you are successfully able to open the door.
All right.
I'm looking at the weapons table.
Check the manual.
Yes, everything's here and nice. Okay, so give me a spot hidden, or give me a luck roll actually.
Luck roll.
Yes.
Ah.
Darn it.
My luck.
You have more luck than me, though. Quite a bit more, actually.
All right, you don't see anything locker-like as you get close. There is a single light in this hallway. It's not like the main electricity where you flip on the light switch and all the lights light on. This single light is more for just like nighttime electricity to keep things lit so people can actually navigate without having to use a torch or anything. So it's just more for convenience. But that's what's lighting this hallway, and there's occasional lights here and there throughout the station. Down this hallway, you don't see anything that looks like an armory, but you are able to get into the evidence locker if you'd like.
All right. Into the evidence locker.
All right. Evidence locker, there's cabinets and there's dressers, not dressers, but there's what are they called? The thin filing cabinets. There's just loads of
cabinets
those.
and filing cabinets.
There's normal like wooden cabinets that are like open up into drawers, and then there's like filing cabinets which are thinner and are made up into several columns that basically stretch into the ceiling. Each of them are alphabetized. What would you like to do?
A lot of crime in this town.
Oh, I guess.
Crime, yeah. And then, of course, right next to the door, there's like there's a glass whole thing, and then there's like a slit at the bottom where they can slide through stuff. So details.
Start looking for, Gray's.
I'll ask for a library use.
Oh no!
This isn't our library use character.
Yeah!
It's me.
Wow.
Whoa! A 15
I think
over
the other
20
two
is a success.
Whoa.
Mark that down. That's really good.
That's sweet.
All right.
1 in 5, technically.
Nice. All right. You go down to G, which is a lucky guess because you don't know if it's alphabetized by R's first name or G's last name. So you open up the first thing you find.
Takes library use to figure that out.
You flip through.
I wonder which letter it is.
You flip through the files and you
It's
find
clearly
Gray.
labeled cabinet.
Well, it's not going to say Richard Gray on a single cabinet. There is a large section of just nothing but files, and as you pull one out that says Gray on it, you pull it out and there's nothing in it.
Any, like, notes or anything?
You
Leading
do
to where it
find
might be?
you do find some notes scattered throughout the room, and in here, since you rolled fantastically, you do find references that basically marks or confirms the destruction of Gray's evidence.
Hmm.
So they had destroyed it.
Interesting.
What'd you need out of here again? The journal?
Yeah, we were looking for the journal.
Oh,
But
you find
according to this,
anything?
according to this, they destroyed all the evidence.
He's keeping an eye out in the hallway, and he looks back in. Weird.
I feel like they would keep that, though. But, maybe at the very least it's not here.
And things just aren't adding up. You wouldn't happen to have any food on you, would you? I haven't eaten in a while.
Positions?
Oh, we'll discuss that later once we're out of here. All right, come with me. And so
Just lock you up with your food.
here's a smorgasbord of stuff you can choose from. So it leads you down another hall, down the main hall, past the evidence locker is another hallway that leads off to the right. There's a bunch of intersecting hallways where you pass interrogation rooms. This place is a lot bigger than it looks on the outside. You lean down some stairs into a second story, which give me a luck roll as you're passing rooms. Is there anything you're looking for in particular? Or just following it?
Perhaps armory above a door.
Alright, give me another luck roll. Your choice of lucker. Whoa! Nice.
That was
All the rolls
extreme.
today, huh?
The extreme success. Yes, you find a room conveniently named
What?
locker.
I thought I was just gonna go up there and just in the middle of the floor. An empty room with the journal.
Weapons here. It doesn't say that, but it does say like armory. And the room is obviously locked.
Well, let's try and unlock it.
All
Will
right.
he succeed again?
What are the odds indeed?
Color of
What
surprise.
the heck? That is
54 over 72.
54 over 72.
Another
Alright.
success from Hayden.
The police just come in the next day and all their doors are just open.
What the heck? Where do all the weapons go? All right. So you walk in, and you flit on the light, and there's a bunch of gated lockers all throughout the room. There's one that is actually open, and nothing's inside. Like the contents had been taken. But in the room, you do find just some weapons. I'm not going to read off everything in the handbook, but is there a weapon or anything you're looking for in particular?
Shotgun.
Shoddy.
Shotgun.
Give me a luck roll. Oh, jeez. I was going to offer you a bonus die, but sweet. A 3. Okay, yeah.
This is the
Wow.
luckiest man alive.
Okay, you find...
It's to make up for last time.
Yeah. You got beaten up. All right. You find... Oh, geez. Which one's... Oh, no! Okay. You find a 20 gauge.
Oh,
So I will actually Discord you all the information for this particular weapon, just so it's a little bit
Okay.
easier to find.
Right.
And your buddy Driscoll is going to also make a luck roll. See if he can't find himself a weapon of his choice, or just make something random. Whoa, a 17. Nice. All right. He walks past a locker, and this one's locked as well. Oi, mind if I try my luck unlocking this? I'm a little rusty. Want to give this a shot?
yeah. I'll give
Unless
it
you
a
want
shot.
to. All right, sweet. Ah, he takes it. All right. Oh,
Yeah.
he sees you walk past, but I wanted to. All right, and you unlock it for him.
You can
He
unlock
takes
mine.
out- he takes out a pistol. It looks to be a. Oh my gosh! I just closed it. I just had it. He wants.
He immediately shoots you.
I was gonna be stuck.
Dodge!
He takes out a 30 lever action carbine. Takes it out.
Wow.
It's a little rusty. Think I can use this. All right. Let's say, and there's boxes of ammunition. I'd say there's, considering how well you rolled, I'll give you a box of 20.
20?
Yeah, 20 shells.
All right. Let's see. What was it again?
You got a 20 gauge,
20 gauge.
and he got a .30 lever action carbine.
That's a small shotgun. Where is
Well, yeah,
the
this isn't like a military.
table?
Oh, hold on, I forgot to
Well,
give it to you.
the most commonly used shotgun is 12 gauge. 20 gauge is... How big is a 20 gauge? The larger the number is on a shotgun, the smaller it is.
Oh, neat. I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's a weird thing with
All right,
gauges.
yours is the one at the top.
The 20 gauge. All right.
Why is it sideways? I didn't take the picture sideways. Anyway, so how would you like to continue?
Okay, let's see.
Anything else you
Great
want in here?
picture taking skills there.
I know. I didn't take the picture sideways, but I decided, like, well, we're going this way. So-
We-
Wait. All right. He aims down the sight. All right. All right.
All right,
Let's go. Come on.
let's go.
All right. You follow past him down the hall. Takes another left. I haven't been here in about a week. Let's see if I remember. Crud. This way, this way. He points down the left, and you follow behind him. And at the end of the hallway, there's a very out of place door. Most doors in this station are either like your typical like home wooden door with some decor on it, and then there's others that are like more metal that are leading into interrogation rooms and the like. But this one is like heavy, like base slab of a wooden door with a larger handle and like a larger lock as well. It's very out of place, and at the very end of the hallway, there's a plaque above it that reads "Basement. Do not enter without proper authorization." Yeah, like a big glowing sign saying,
Can't
"Hey,
stop me,
evil
'cause I
villain lair."
can't read.
Well, is it locked?
Yes.
Let's,
Well,
We're gonna get those Wolverines with a 12 gauge. Just you wait. All right. So
I
give
guess-
it.
What?
Jeez, 63 over 72. All right.
No, that was my last one.
Oh, that was your last one. Okay, give me another one, but this time at a higher. You'll need a
Hard?
hard,
Okay.
considering the.
he
Oh.
wants you to stop winning.
Stop it. Hard. If you want, you can use some luck, or you can push the roll.
Use 24 luck.
Could be a lot. Or just I mean, you already have a gun. Just shoot the
Who's
lock.
used the most luck so far? I think
No.
Sky. I think like you got
I
up to
think I
15 at
have.
one point.
I think I might use
Yeah.
luck.
I think.
I'm down to 48 luck, and I started with
Can I-
like 65.
Yes.
Can I
So-
shoot the? Yeah, just shoot the lock.
Whoa!
That's one of the uses of shotguns. Is
Yeah.
door breaching.
Give me a firearms
Shotgun check.
shotgun roll.
It's a rifle shotgun.
Yeah.
Oh, that's on hard or is it regular?
For shooting it, just regular.
Okay.
Excuse me.
Okay. Failure.
Wah wah.
All right. So as
Push it. What could go wrong?
as Driscoll's looking around, bullocks, it's locked. Right through here, I know. And then you like push him aside a little bit, aim your shotgun, and BAM! All throughout the hallway, your shot echoes.
Well, there's no one here, so it's all in a building. You can't hear it outside. Mostly.
And the light turns on. No one's around, but you do see immediately around you, all the lights in the hallway turn on, and immediately Driscoll like looks around. There's not supposed to be anyone here. Quick, open the door, do something. And your blast of your shotgun like takes out a chunk of concrete in the wall right next to it.
Next to it.
Yeah, next to it. You didn't.
How poor of a shot am I?
Well, you got a
was
61
right
out
in
of
front of me.
25.
Pretty poor, I'd say.
Quick! You're
Should I
a whiz
try
with the lock picking. I'll help you out.
All right, let's
Yeah,
lock
all right.
pick it.
All right,
Is
go
it hard
ahead,
to-
lock pick, and
Together,
give me.
because that helps.
Yeah,
Totally.
I know it works in D&D. Okay, so give me a lock picking roll, a locksmith roll, but do it with a bonus die.
Do I do it on hard?
Hard. Yeah,
Okay. How do you do bonus die again?
a bonus die. You just.
Oh, never mind.
Whoa! Yeah, you just roll an extra tens die and then take the lowest. Well,
Never
sweet.
mind.
With his help, although you did most of the work, you get your fingers in there, you used another lockpick, and then and the heavy door like opens up, and it's like a vault door, just how thick it is. You hear it scrape against the ground, and off in the distance, give me a listen roll. Hard success, 34 over 70.
You're
Nice.
gonna get all the skills.
So, I'll promise we'll get to you guys soon. I'll do like a dream segment where you go through the list of skills. Well, you didn't get arrested, so all right. He also did take some damage, so this is like an I'm sorry sort of.
So it is rigged.
So
Hey, I took damage.
yes, you did. I think I gave you inspiration at one point. Did I?
I
Which of
thought
you-
I got inspiration. and
You
I
got
missed-
inspiration, but I know one of you guys. Anyway,
Bryson got inspiration
It's
for flattering you, I think.
yes, you did. Yes, he
Yes.
did.
That's
Sky,
right,
I
that
feel
did
bad.
happen.
Take an inspiration, my friend.
What?
You,
Oh,
you
I'm
were-
also
you get
pity.
inspired.
My life is terrible. Give me inspiration.
All right, well, you succeeded on your listen check. So off in the distance, you hear a familiar voice of the officer that interrogated you. You hear the slamming of a metal cage door, and you hear him loudly curse. And then you hear distant footsteps begin to make his way down in your direction.
Well, let's get inside this door and
Yep,
lock it
you
back
are.
up.
You pull it back and you lock the door. There's like this huge like vault, very stereotypical vault, like where you spin it, and then you hear the door lock again. Well, if he works here, I bet he has a key. Follow me quickly, and he makes his way down the steps. And the further you go down this long staircase, by the way, it goes down a ways, and the air begins to grow cold. It doesn't drop so far down where you begin to feel like chilly, but you do start to see your breath after a little while. As you make your way down, there's acrid. Is acrid the right word? Acrid.
Acrid?
There's
Acrid?
a very rotten smell that you begin to smell as you make your way down into the basement, and after like maybe 5 minutes of just trotting down the stairs, give me a spot hidden roll.
Okay.
Just the amount of detail you get as you enter the room. Okay. The basement is a large area with low ceilings. It's probably maybe 7 feet from the floor to the ceiling, which is very low. A lot of hanging bags, people shaped, with tables with different like papers on it, stacks of paper, books. Along the floor, there's that same symbol you saw at the church, the triangle with the eye in the middle. And across the door, there's 2 separate doors. One reads disposal, and the other one reads to Seethans Lake.
Let's look through those books.
Sure. Do you read Latin?
I don't believe so.
No, there's no pictures in them.
No pictures.
Unfortunately.
So I can't raise my.
These guys aren't
occult
artists.
again.
No. Unfortunately not.
Well, Gaston, how can you read these? There's no pictures.
There is a body on one of the tables that Driscoll begins to make his way over to. What the heck is this place? What are these officers doing here? And he begins looking around. What? And you hear him curse underneath his breath as he's sifting through papers. What is going on? And he just begins like mumbling to himself.
Can I take the books?
You can if you'd like.
Yeah, I'll take them.
Sweet. How many in particular?
How many books?
There's like 30.
30.
There's a big stack of books.
Any particularly important looking ones?
Give me a luck roll.
It's all going to be those like meeting minute
Oh.
books that you see in the library sometimes. Where it's just
How
like
to read Latin.
reading for dummies.
You grab the most important one with the largest and more embroidered title, and you slip that into your bag, I guess. I imagine in the evidence locker you would have grabbed all of your equipment back, so you have that on you. So, your backpack or whatever you use to actually carry items.
The prison wallet.
And you
Where's the
slip in.
book that looks the oldest?
Yeah, I'll say you grab the oldest, the more dusty, the more important looking embroidered title. I'll say you grab 2 books, the oldest and the nicest.
Okay.
Cool. You see Driscoll begin to flick open a knife, and he begins cutting away at the fabric covering one of these shapes. And as he peels away, he immediately falls back, gripping his nose. And you notice his nose begins to bleed as like this horrible aroma of decay just immediately emits from this bag. And like he's
Okay.
like bleeding.
Makes his nose bleed.
Yeah, and it's like it's pretty bad. It's
Pretty
dripping
bad.
down his mouth, and he's like, oh, what the heck was that? Don't get close to it, all right? Just make your way to the door.
Which one are we
Steven's
going
like,
for?
I think
Steven's like,
it wasn't even a body. Just flesh. Wait until Boston hears about this. 2 Seathans. And he points to the door reading Seathans Lake. Give me a sanity roll.
sanity. Where's...
Yes, you and Driscoll. Oh no, Driscoll fails.
Ah.
Oh no, buddy. It's going to take a
And
d6.
Hayden once again has.
Okay, well that's a
He did
1,
his
so
roll.
good. He looks paranoid as just his nose begins to just pour. It doesn't seem to be stopping. So the
Do
door
I
is
lose
locked.
sanity or?
You succeeded. So yes, you'd take 1.
All right.
Yeah, it's 1 minimum on a success. All right, sweet. So he's holding his arm over his mouth or his nose. He gestures towards the door. All right, just go. Open the door,
let's
please,
get
man.
All right, is the door locked, unlocked? What is it? How many times do I have to lockpick things?
Just give it a shot. It looks like a weaker, more fragile wooden door.
Once again, he's done it.
Yeah. Driscoll looks at you and Owen out of this room. I don't know what that was. It wasn't human. Let's go.
Let's go.
And it's less so like a square modeled hallway of like a typical establishment. After a little while, the tile floors begin to turn into the crunching of dirt. As you begin making your way, the walls become more
behind us.
jagged. What's up? Oh, you closed the door?
Close.
Oh,
Yeah,
sure, you
behind
close
us.
the door.
Yeah, unlock it.
You lock it, sure.
The more barriers, the better.
Right. And after a little while, the walls become more jagged, the ceiling becomes more enclosed around you, the air becomes more dank. It feels like you're walking in a cave almost. And behind you, you hear Driscoll just grunting and just wet sniffing as he tries to sniff up the blood. Oh, this is a lot, mate. I think you got anything you can help?
Let's see.
Gee, I sure would like to play.
To be fair, I was thinking of this like at work today. Like, I should have done this segment like solo with Hayden so the others don't feel bad. But I didn't want to do a stream like without you guys because important stuff will definitely
I'll
happen in the
just sit
session
here
to
and
everybody.
make commentary.
So I do feel bad, and we're gonna get to you guys back to you guys pretty soon.
I guess just like tear off a bit of.
I haven't forgotten me.
Let's tear off a bit of
no, my
his
son.
shirt that's clean.
What was that, Hayden?
And tell him to tear off a bit of his shirt that's clean and just stuff it up his nose.
Right.
Rub some dirt in it.
Just rub some mud in that. It'll be good. All right.
Mud won't
The
work.
strength is relatively good.
Palm full
27,
of blood.
nice. So he rips off a bloody piece of fabric and stuffs it up his nose. For this, I'll allow. Do you want to make a first aid check or him?
Do it.
What's
he
my
has a
first
relatively
aid?
decent
You need to get better first aid. Do it.
first aid, but I'm allowing you the choice.
Where's first aid? Where?
How much do you really care about this guy?
Where's first aid? What?
Should be.
It's underneath firearms.
Thank you.
Okay.
I never
Oh.
would have found it.
It's a 30. What's his?
Hey, that's what
Um,
mine is.
His is a 50.
You got a good shot.
Ah,
If
more first
I'll
aid.
push it and I'll
Alright.
sock him in the jaw. Here, it's something to take your mind off your bleeding nose. Breaks his arm.
How about
Here
he
you go,
helps
buddy.
as I try?
Now the other one's bleeding.
All right, give it a
Other
try.
nostril.
Ah.
Ah,
Ooh.
all right. He shoves up up
Still
his nose a
pushing.
bit of fabric. All right. I think it'll be okay for now. All right. A bit further ahead, please. And he looks a little bit woozy. He's like tilting on either side. He looks dehydrated. As you begin making your way along.
Oh, possessions. I have a canteen. Give
Oh,
him some water.
sweet. Yeah, that'll definitely help. He takes a long swig of it. I've never been so happy to taste water and not wine. Appreciate it. And he drinks the rest of it. The rest of this cave takes a long time to traverse. You don't know where it's going and what direction. Probably towards Heathen's Lake, but from the distance of like the police station to the lake, it's it's going to be a while.
Ah,
And in the interim, Bryson and Skylar,
Finally.
you're both sleeping.
Yeah.
It is a good hour into the night. You both are nodding off into sleep. Did either of you take the feather from Richard Gray's apartment?
Did we?
I think it was Sky or might have been Bryce that saw the feather. I don't know if you took it or not.
Saw the feather. I don't think we took it.
I found the scratch mark. I took a picture of
Right,
the
you took the
feather.
scratch marks. Okay.
Took the scratch marks.
Just
Rip it out of the
just
wall.
tear around it and just take it like
Carrying around a piece of drywall.
a piece of drywall. All right. Well, okay.
I
But
think we just took the recording.
We did do that.
that's fair. All right. After a little while, a loud banging on the door startles you both awake. Boom, boom, boom. And you hear a loud thump as if someone's like leaning against it.
Is that you, Winston?
The door jiggles a little bit.
It's a good thing you both have pistols.
Loud pounding on the door again.
Hello, Winston? Is that you?
This is from the apartment door. Winston is in his room at the opposite end of the hallway outside of the living room. So you guys would be the closest to hear the noise, since you're in the living room.
Makes sense. Hey. I
Boom,
whisper
boom,
to,
boom. And then you hear like muffled groaning on the other side.
I'll
Cat!
grab
Cat!
my gun, but I'll
Cat.
walk to the door.
You'll walk to the door? Alright, he does have
Yeah.
like...
Does it have a people?
I was just about to... Hold on. When were peepholes invented? Okay.
It's
I'm pretty sure that's a pretty old invention.
yeah.
I don't know. Peephole might be something else. I guess 1932 is what it came up with, but I just said peephole
It's a
and not
hole
like
in the
door.
door.
So I'll just it's like just a simple door where like spiders can crawl through. Okay. I'll say yeah. Okay, there is like a peephole and you see the face of... Oh, were you ever at the LOCHHOLT Papers?
I think we were all there at one point.
I know you and Hayden
I feel
were.
like I showed up there recently.
Weren't we at the... Wait, we were at their...
That's how you first found out about Richard Gray.
Didn't we, like, go... Wait, this is the neon sign. I think we were all
Yeah.
there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
The
I
neon
think
sign.
I have been there,
Yeah.
but not. I didn't go there the first time we were there. But I think more recently I went.
Okay.
Yeah, we went there a couple of occasions.
Vaguely familiar. You see the face of the others who know this to be Artie Wilmot. And
Uh,
using like this very tiny lens, you can't see much of him. His face like side to side, it passes over the lens, and he shakes the doorknob again and knocks on the door. Hey, come on, let me in.
I'll open the door.
All right, you open up the door, and he falls face first onto the floor. Boof! And you see on his back 3 bullet wounds that are just steadily growing into like pools of blood that begin to stain his clothing.
Oh boy.
And he chokes up blood, and as he does, he lifts a shaky hand and holds it up to you, Sky, since you were the closest one to him. So
I'll
what are you
take
guys
it
doing at
then.
the moment?
I'm gonna grab my gauze bandages.
Right.
And I'm just gonna try to apply pressure to the wounds to try to stop the bleeding.
All right, first
Has
aid.
Puncture wound, you want to stuff it and then
Well, yeah.
This is Call of Cthulhu.
I have.
What part of
gauze
this is
bandages. Like,
realistic?
you can stuff it with gauze bandages.
Could I try first aid on?
Yeah, both. Oh no.
I'm gonna use 3
Oh,
luck
I'm
points.
gonna
Okay,
try.
3 luck.
Uh,
Ah! Whoa! Wow, you guys got the same rolls. What are the odds? 33 over 30 for both of you.
I'll use 3s for that as well.
Sweet. All
Good
right.
luck.
Well, both of you succeed as you rush over. You patch him up as best as you can. You tear off bits of his clothes as he's still holding up the letter and he's fading in and out of consciousness. He looks like he's very hurt. Well, you've staved off. You've successfully used first aid. So how this works is with major wounds, if you're dead or dying, first aid allows you to have a temporary hit point. It doesn't actually heal you if you have a major wound. This temporary hit point lasts 1 hour, or at least until what's the other medical skill? It's like just medicine, right? Medicine is administered. That one's more in depth, takes more time. After that's administered, then they'll begin the healing process. So with quick thinking, both of you take whatever you have at your disposal, stuff his wounds, wrap him up the best you can, apply pressure, and he's still choking up blood, and he's like shaking a little bit on the ground just from pure shock. And the last thing he says before he falls unconscious is and he looks up at you, Sky. Wilkins. He says the words Wilkins, and he just out cold.
Who's Wilkins? Is that the police officer? Officer Wilkins? Oh boy.
I don't
I'm
think
gonna
you
close
got
and
any
lock the
officer
door.
names. Okay. Drag him in,
Yeah.
close the door, lock it, presumably. And in his nightgown, in like a Christmas carols type fashion with like a pointed cap just dangling behind him, Winston comes out hobbling. What's all that coming? Oh my god! And then he like looks at it, he's just stunned. Can you all give me a sanity check, just of how abrupt and just this is first off in the middle of the night, so very discombobulating. Hard success,
Heck yeah.
nice. For any successes, take 1 point of sanity. And remember, on sanity checks, you can't use luck, unfortunately. Tink said it was a bird. Not sure shooting it down will do much good. Jeremiah and Irvin, can you give me a sanity check?
Yeah.
And I'll
Already
make
did.
one for your friend. Whoa, nice. A 10? Jeez, nice. Whoa, nice. All right, all of you just take 1.
5 over 52.
That's really great.
Dang.
Extreme success.
Here's the thing. I have 6 in medicine.
Oh, a 6% chance.
Yeah. I didn't say it was
3
bad.
out of 50.
Patience,
Yeah.
skills. All right. He had a letter in his hand. Is there anything you guys would like to do? We have a temporarily staved off dying man on your floor.
I'll check.
Did anyone get
Winston?
Winston? Did that happen? Or...
He came
Winston
in.
just
He
like
came in.
came out of his
He
room,
just walked in.
hobbling tiredly out from the hallway, sees that and
We-
absolutely freaked out.
We need to get this man to a hospital.
Who's this man?
He's a reporter in town. I don't know why he's here, but someone shot him, and I think
Well,
but he needs
someone
medical
shooting people at my doorstep? I'm gonna... And he feels a little lightheaded. He sits down. That's a lot of blood. Oof. I'm gonna make a constitution check to make sure
Yeah,
he
I'm
doesn't
gonna go
pass
help
out.
him out, try to comfort him. Be like, alright.
99!
attention.
That's an extreme failure. Yeah, he's out.
Wow.
Yeah.
Passes out.
That's a lot of. And from his
Anyone?
shouting, you hear another door open up from across the hallway. You
No,
hear the
not
gentle
the
sound
children.
of his daughter say, "Dad, is everything okay?" What are you guys gonna do? You're gonna let the mind of a
No.
child get scarred
No,
forever?
no, run in. cover everything
That's
up.
not
There's
terrifying.
nothing
Throw a
here.
blanket over it. Throw a blanket over it. He's just sleeping.
Oh, that's scary.
I'll try to put a blanket over him right now.
All right, all right. Toss one of the blankets that you were using. Josephine is at the edge of the hallway, and Irvin, you're sort of like blocking her view. Is everything okay? Where's Dad?
Yes, everything's fine. Your dad's just sleeping. Go back to your room.
Is there like a charm child skill? I guess just give me persuasion.
That's not a good
Ah,
skill to
persuasion.
You know, you're right. You're absolutely right.
Anyways, what would it be? Just
Just give me
charming.
persuasion or whatever equivalent.
Yes, persuasion.
It would be. Yes. Persuade.
Color me surprised. 75
Deception would
already.
be a good one. Yeah,
Like,
Fast talk.
you're right, Milo. I think he is sleeping. I think fast talk would be a better.
nah, I think persuade is the right way to go.
Give me. Chat has made a good point, Bryce. I think we must listen to the
No.
voices in the beyond.
Chad is wrong.
But since I feel bad, I'll give you a
Dude.
bonus die. I'll give you a bonus die because she's tired and she's a kid.
Yes.
So give me a
All
fast talk with a bonus die.
Fast talk bonus.
Can I take him?
Whoa! Nice!
Whoa.
A 5 out of
Hey.
5 success.
That wasn't even with the bonus die. Just,
Yeah, that's-
all right.
That's
Nice.
really
Say
good.
Try to aid.
And hey, you can
I
mark
knew
that
I
off
could do it.
now. Alright, well, she just gives a big ol' yawn. Like I'm doing right now. And she just nods, she hugs her stuffed animal, and she waddles off back to bed. Okay. And you hear her door shut and click. You've staved off scarring this child for life.
That's
Sky, were you doing? You
Not
said
all
you were
heroes
trying
wear
to
capes.
attempt medicine.
good. I might.
You mentioned
try.
it. I don't know if it was confirmed or not.
Yeah. I have a really bad medicine, but I kind of want to try it.
Ah.
Are you gonna risk this man's life just so you can level up your skills?
I
I'll
mean,
push it. This
I
man-
won't push it if I fail.
This man's either dying from gunshot wounds or me digging my whole fist into his back.
How good of a driver are you?
When medicine used to be worse than just not doing anything.
I think I got some leeches.
I got some leeches.
I'm sure they
We
had
can
something.
cut you open
that-
with
I'm
this
gonna
your
try it.
rusty equipment.
I'll
You're gonna
it.
try it?
Yeah. Oh!
That's expected.
Ooh.
Oh!
Do you have
I'm
70
gonna use a bonus die. I'm using a
Oh.
bonus die.
using inspiration? Yes.
It's a 46. 41. I'm not gonna.
That's a lot of luck to spend. Yeah.
Yeah, no. Not pushing it though.
Come on.
All right. You're a journalist. You're not entirely sure how to address wounds, especially gunshot wounds. So you just sort of like put pressure on it a little bit, and you take your hands off. Your palms are getting sweaty. Like I don't know what to do with this.
Mom's
Vomit on your
spaghetti.
sweater. Spaghetti.
Oh, there goes gravity, guys.
All right, we need to get this man to a hospital. I'm not gonna be able to treat these wounds. Your driver's passed out on the couch.
Bryce,
How good
you've
a driver are
done
you?
Ooh,
Business
drive
here.
auto skill.
you've done business here well enough, enough to know that there is a. It's more of a temporary medical facility to like immediately like treat people before they're sent off to Boston. But there is, let me mark it. It's over here. This little long, it's like a two buildings combined. It's over here. I don't know if you can see the red circle that I'm pointing to.
I see. Yeah, I
Why
got
is
you.
it dark?
But it's a fair distance away
Oh yeah, it's night. Still, why?
because,
It's night. It's the night map.
yeah, you said it
It's a
yourself.
map. It's hard to see.
I can switch it back to day mode if you want.
No. Or
But that'll
atmosphere.
break the immersion, Hayden.
Immersion.
This is a
I'm
role-playing game.
colorblind, and this is just making the
That
colors
is true.
similar.
That is true.
Look, you just need to level up your color skill, alright?
You're colorblind. How many
You can't
fingers am
do
I
that
holding up?
without attempting.
Obviously, your spot hidden skill is really low, and we're giving you opportunities to level it up.
As I
Exactly.
have the highest button.
Yeah, it's fair.
Alright, so what?
All right. Well, how would you like to transport this man?
Pick him up.
I assume I'm the one doing that, based on your strength.
You know, kind of like one of us holds the arms, the other holds the legs, right? And we go down the stairs.
That's fair. I'm looking at the
Do
human limits and
guess
assisting.
I probably get the keys because Winston's out right now.
How good at driving are you?
I'm okay. I actually made sure to put some skill in driving.
Hey.
It's 35, which is not
Okay,
Ah.
great.
it's
but better.
five more than me.
This
Yeah.
is why he can afford his own driver. Why would he need to drive?
I mean, he's
Right.
better driving than I am.
But I'm going
I
to
have a
attempt
bike.
it
Yeah, you can drive.
after we
I
carry him.
push the roll. Bam! Right into a family of sixes.
Push the
Do we need to
pedal.
do anything to carry him down? Or...
Both of you give me a strength.
This is gonna be on me, isn't it? Unless you roll bad. Whoa!
Whoa!
Nice.
A 1/60 critical success. Wow.
Why? So strong.
Man. Okay. So.
Just in my desire to save this man's life. It just,
Okay.
my shirt
so,
rips off.
So Irvin grabs him, like puts his
Suddenly
arms
swole.
beneath his armpits and just sort of hoists him up. You're surprised with the lack of blood in his body. It feels lighter almost. Bryson, you grab his legs, and you lift him up. There's like a sagging weight of him just in the middle of you both, but you're both able to carry him with your levels of success.
Alright. And
You can do a
We'll
fireman
drive him.
carry.
And I'd like you both to give me a stealth check because you're in an apartment building taking a bloodied shot body. I assume, are you going fast? Are you not wanting to cause a huge commotion?
I mean, we gotta go fast, but
It's fair. If you're
Stealth?
wanting to be quick, then go ahead. I guess the stealth roll's not really applied. So you know where the
Well, if I wanna
man
roll
is
anyway.
dying. There is no time to be stealthy.
that's a lot
Well,
of dice.
Okay, I guess we're
roll.
doing stealth.
Not well.
Oh no!
Doesn't matter anyways. I'm not gonna push.
You're
it
right.
or
Okay,
anything.
yeah. The man is temporarily staved off from death, but his wounds are beginning to bleed through his bandages. I almost said packaging for a second. You carry him down the hallways, and taking him down the stairs is a little awkward. And you eventually make it to the bottom stair. The receptionist, she's looking up at you all. She's looks very tired. And then the second she sees both of you come down with a bloodied body carried between you both, she bolts up. Her eyes, she just immediately snaps out of her sleep spell. Like, what happened?
We don't know. We're taking this man to the hospital.
I saw him
That's
come-
all I say.
Yeah, we don't say anything. We're just going.
Just
She
give her a
sits back
nod.
in her chair and she just holds her hands to her mouth and she just nods back and her face goes a little bit pale. But you both, you know where your car is parked in the garage behind the apartment complexes. You can get in easily enough. The garage door opens, and there you see your car. Now let's see you drive.
Alright, I'll do a drive auto check. Dang.
You do have inspiration if you want to use it.
I do?
I don't think you used it last session. I gave you inspiration for
When?
you gave me for flattering me, and I was like, yeah.
No, I definitely I used that one in
you
the same
did?
session, yeah.
Darn it.
I mean, I didn't. I do.
Well, now that you reminded me of being honest, I do appreciate it, but
Yes.
66 does
I
not
think
cut
I deserve inspiration, to be honest.
Alright, you sit in it, and you realize there's more buttons here than just the turning wheel and like the weird lever. You've definitely seen Winston do this like almost every day, but you really never ask him like how and what goes where. You put in the key, you turn it, and it begins to rattle, and you're sort of sitting there. Okay, step 1 is done. Now what?
Put the car in reverse.
Pressing the
Taxi
clutch.
driving.
Make sure your foot's still on the brake.
You, sir,
Well-
can you drive?
Yeah, maybe Jeremiah could make a better role.
I can try to drive if you are uncomfortable.
Do you know how to drive?
I mean, I've done it before. I had to get to Boston somehow.
Well, I give it a try. I don't know if I'll be able to get. Hey,
Oh, 34 over 30.
it's 4 luck points.
Fine, I'll use 4 luck points.
Man,
Jeez,
draining
don't
him
act
for
like it's
every
such a
penny.
Pain.
I have
Yes, I
I'm at
gotta.
40 luck. I'm at 40 luck right now.
that's
You could have
rough.
gone and woken up the driver, but okay.
No, he
Hey,
like
that's a
passed
fair
out.
point. yeah.
He's in a bad state
You
of
could
mind.
just like slapped him across
Slapped
the
him,
face.
like dunked him in
Can he
water.
do that? Just
Water.
slap? I don't know.
He's your
too late.
employee. You can do it.
No, you didn't try it. All right, well, you exchange seats with Jeremiah, with Artie in the back, just sort of lying there limply. This car is different from. It's a lot nicer than what you're used to, but you figure it's the same. All right. See you, Milo. Thanks for hanging out in chat. It's a different model than what you're used to, but you figure it's the same concept, right? So, turn the key, put your hand, there's the clutch, there's the pedals, okay. And you back out of there, just barely nick one of the mirrors. You're like, oh, but you make it out of there safely, and you begin to
My mirror!
My mirror!
You'll pay for
And
that.
you begin to turn and make your way down the street. Traffic is very light, thankfully.
Yeah, it's like the middle of the night, and not everyone
Yeah.
has a car.
Not many people. And the cars you do see are just, either passing through Lockholt or you don't really know. Their business is their business. But with
Also transporting. Dying.
oh, buddy, you too? You too?
There's a traffic jam in front of the hospital. Everyone just needs
There's
to get
just a
in.
line out the door. Come on, what's the guy got to do to get buried around here? All right. With Urban's help, you help navigate, or at least I assume you do, your way to the hospital. The hospital, lightly staffed, but they're open. Some tired nurses. There's a receptionist at the counter. As you open up the doors, you park first at the side. I should have had you make a check, but never mind.
They drive the car into the doors.
This is an emergency. All right, you are at, because I have a description for this place, which hasn't come into fruition yet. The LOCHHOLT Care Center. The Care Center is a long, square building with another building set on the side. You imagine this is where patients are actually held before being received.
The incinerator.
Above the double doors, the incinerator. Above the double doors,
There's no
of the building,
hospital. It's just like
in
the
large
Undertaker.
letters, reads LOCHHOLT Care Center since 1845. You imagine it's probably been remodeled every few years.
Sure.
But you trot up the stairs with the body between you both, and you open up the doors, and the receptionist, as she sees you both, she stands up from behind the desk and, oh my gosh, what happened? I mean,
This man's been shot. He needs medical assistance.
yes, of course. She she turns, she yells down the hallway, "Hey, we have an emergency! Man's been shot!" And then someone pokes their head out the door again. And then there's some people. They rush a gurney down the hallway. The rattling
No
of the
wonder
metal
the
wheels.
police need a whole armory.
They take his body, and one of them turns to ask you as the others leave with the body to find a room to work in. So what happened? I recognize him. He's from the post. Not.
We don't know. We don't know. He just
Local
showed up at
papers.
our
He's from
door.
local
With
papers.
He's like this.
Did he have a letter on his hand?
Yes, he did.
I will have read that on. Actually, no, I would have been driving. I will have
For
given that
reading
to.
and driving.
I
would
will have read
that to read.
All right. Let me find.
I'm at least
That-
glad that you guys prioritize someone's life over just reading a random piece of paper.
That is fair. Yeah, the
Before
man's
we
bleeding
save
out.
you, I'll take a look at that.
What is this?
This is
And we're-
America.
our
You need
character
money
drops
first
this.
before we can save you.
I haven't succeeded a single skill check yet today.
Dang.
Oh, yeah. You used your luck for, I think, both of your successes. That's
Yeah.
unfortunate. Okay, I am sending you all handout 13, and Bryce, you can read it.
Dear unfortunate souls, you all are meddling in affairs far beyond your realization. Consider this our final warning. Leave and never return to Lockhold. We know your faces, we know your secrets, and we know how to find you. MT. So they shot a random guy?
That's the
Okay.
guy.
They shot a rando
To
in
deliver a message.
Well. That's certainly frightening.
Shot.
Never really
Well,
knew this guy, though.
No,
I
I'm really curious.
guess I don't have a whole lot of friends here.
All right. The nurse.
How's he doing? I'll ask the nurse.
Well, she turns back to see her colleagues pushing the body back into one of the rooms. Right now, I think we'll be able to. I don't know how long term he'll be, but I think we can treat. He'll make it, though he does look like he's drained of a good amount of blood. You didn't hear gunshots? Do you know? Did you see anything? See anyone?
Oh, he just showed up at the door.
Have you gone to the police yet?
And we just came straight here.
Well, this was our first stop.
That's fair. That's fair.
He gave us a name.
Well,
What was the name? I can't remember. I didn't write it down.
Wilkins.
Wilkins.
Wilkins,
Darn it. That
yes.
was an M or a T.
She just throws her hands up. If this is, I'm just here to, I'm gonna go help him. Police business is police business. And are you both okay? You didn't get in any fights yourself?
No, we're
bullet
doing just
wounds?
fine. We were
Excellent.
sleeping.
Okay.
Anyone have reduced HP?
I do actually have reduced HP from falling downstairs.
Right.
But by the end of the night, it will
Right.
go away. So
You heal 1
That's
HP
not
back. She nods and all right. Okay, and she turns and she hurriedly begins to walk back into the room where Artie was being wheeled into to go assist. So you were left alone in the reception area for now.
That seems like a hazard.
I said
No
for
one
now.
in the reception area to accept any other patients.
it's 1920s.
Standards were different back then. Back then, every doctor said cigarettes weren't addictive, and now look.
They actively told you that cigarettes were good for you.
Yeah, it was a crazy world back in the day.
They just give the guy a cigarette, like, well,
They get
good
prescription
as new.
cigarettes.
Prescribing cigars. All right.
Well, they would
Keep that
prescribe
cheap
you your
one.
alcohol.
So you're left in in the waiting room for a moment or two before eventually the same lady comes back to take her seat back at the reception desk. She begins very hurriedly jotting down names and just filling out paperwork. Is there anything else you'd like to do for the night?
Well, if he's gonna be okay, I don't think we should go to the police. What do you think?
I need to figure out who Wilkins is. Wilkins
Yes.
or Wilkinson?
Wilkins.
Wilkins.
Wilkins, that's right.
W-L... Wait, no. W-I-L... I know how to spell my name.
Wilkins!
Wilkins! Walker. W-I-L-K-I-N-S.
Because if that police officer, then we definitely don't want to take this police.
Yeah.
I mean, how helpful have the police really been?
0.
Right. Get our friend in jail. Do we know he's in jail? I don't remember.
Yes.
Yes, you know he's in
Yeah.
jail.
I was his
That's
lawyer.
Yeah,
Yesterday.
you were in the lobby while
That's right. He
Jeremiah
went
was...
to go to jail intentionally or something.
That's
Yeah.
why I had lockpicks.
Yes. I remember. Well, what should we do?
Up to you.
I don't know.
Go back to bed.
It's like, well, my hands are clean of this. I better just go back to.
Oh, best get out of here.
I suppose we should check on Winston.
Yeah.
Make sure that his children haven't gone out and are just staring at what appears to be him unconscious in a pool of blood.
Just blood stains and drag marks in past the doorway.
So yeah, we ought to go back.
We do need to. Yeah.
All right.
You're gonna drive this time?
Give me a try.
I will
One
make
of
a
you.
check.
And if you would like to assist Jeremiah, you can do it with a bonus die, Bryson. Or
I
vice
can-
versa, whoever wants to do it.
Well,
Can I
will
assist by rolling a check?
By rolling a what?
By also rolling.
Ah.
could his
So,
bonus
bonus
die
die.
help or whatever?
If you were assisting him, yes.
I'll assist him. Help him remember how to drive a car.
you're like, I drove over here. This is how you do it.
Yes.
You do everything but in reverse.
You need a 0, 1, 2. 0, 1, or 2 on this bonus die.
I mean, 37 over 35, you can use 2 luck.
Yeah, but you might as well roll the other
Yeah.
one and see if it's.
But then I don't
That's fair, that's fair.
get the skill upgrade.
Well, if you get a bonus die, I don't think you can use luck.
Do ya?
Really?
Are you sure?
I think it's pushed, and if you use luck, they don't mark it off. So,
Right,
never mind.
so
Never mind.
not bonus.
So you can use luck.
So should I roll your bonus die?
However
we're
you want to
waiting
do it.
for?
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, sure.
I'm rolling it.
A 3.
It's another 3. It's still the same roll.
Doesn't add to it. It's just another.
It's just a 3.
It's
It
the
replaces the 10.
Yes, I'll use my luck.
Hey, weren't you just saying Sky to
Oh, it's such a shame. You have to use 2.
Nah, I don't remember.
Karma?
That.
Alright, so you spend 2?
There's literal video evidence.
Like 10 minutes ago.
Nah, I'll just report the channel and get taken down.
No! That was nightmare.
Copyright claim.
On what?
You don't think
It's me. It's my face.
Alright. So are you spending 2 luck?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. With some aid from Jeremiah, you're able to, if so, a little awkwardly, you stop and go a couple times, like, okay, yes, this is the right way to go. And you zip around in an awkward path, but you eventually make it back into the garage. Now, for funsies, can you give me another drive auto roll? I want to see how straight you park.
Well,
I can't help
any
you park.
chance to
I didn't do-
upgrade
I
the
parked-
skill?
Oh!
Wow. Okay. I am sideways.
It's really rough. It's like in a diagonal, and you
Here.
like edge into there.
Here, let me repark. Let me repark.
Okay.
Just
Give me right, drive auto.
Oh no. Yeah.
Could
Slightly
I give
better.
him a bonus die?
No. The bonus
Lame.
die was just for him because he succeeded previously. Oh, that's funny. So you back up and you like it's a little bit straighter, but it's you like grind up into one of the boxes. You're like, and that sounded bad, so you
like
just
how when,
stop.
like- yeah. It's fine.
Also, as you
That's how
look
it was
back,
Hayden's like thing, all
What's-
green, all success.
yeah.
Hayden's thing is all successes. Ours, all failures.
I got fast talking. That was a pretty good
Yeah,
roll,
you did.
actually.
That was what was it? 5 out of 5. That was
5 of 5, yeah.
insane. Yeah,
Feel quite proud of myself.
that was pretty good. That was really insane. Didn't one of you roll a 1? You rolled a 1.
That's him as well.
I think I did
On his sanity.
Oh, that was on strength.
4
Was
strength.
it?
Yeah.
It was
My
yeah.
my
Oh,
muscles
darn.
suddenly burst out of my
Oh! I can carry a
Not
dying
the
man
song.
down a flight of
out of
stairs.
the heroic need to save this man's life.
Alright. But as you look back, behind you in the seat behind you both, there are some blood splotches that you might need to take care of later, but it's a little bit more dirty than you remember it being. But I assume you make your way back up into
What's his name?
Winston's apartment.
That's right.
Okay, both of you give me a spot hidden check.
Oh boy.
This one should be a little bit easier for you both. Okay, at least one of you succeed.
I'm gonna use one luck point
One
on that.
luck! You do get close, which is lucky. Okay, sweet. Hard success, nice. Spot hidden, nice. So the carpet is
I can mark it. I can mark it.
the carpet color isn't like red or crimson. It is like a 1920s, very bright color. As you're walking up the stairs and you're going down the hallway,
Have
you
carpet.
notice.
Probably would have.
Yeah, they have like carpet down the
hardwood or
halls.
something.
They have stuff. They're
It's-
not, this is not the Stone Age.
It's like
Why
not
would they put
pinkish.
carpet in like?
Not in like the foyer area, but like up.
I've
in-
looked it up. There's tons of rugs.
There are a lot of rugs. Rugs are popular.
rugs, carpet as well.
Why
like
are
a
rugs
very
so
thin
expensive?
carpet. I don't know, man. They just are like $1,000.
You're supposed to step on
Crazy.
them. Yeah, whatever.
But it's red enough that you hadn't seen it before, since you were more focused on carrying an actual body down the
Right.
down the hall. But you
Heroically.
notice now, as you're coming back, you're tired. After what you had just witnessed, you're a little bit rattled, as well as the note that you both just received. You come back and you notice bloodied footprints and like drops of blood from where he was walking, and they begin at the stairs, like he was shot at the stairs and walked his way towards your door.
Might be a good time for a break soon. What do you think?
Is it that time? Oh my
Wow.
gosh, it is that time. Would you guys want to do a break?
It's 8:12.
Yeah, I kind of need a snack, so.
Absolutely.
Probably.
We'll break for a break. See you guys in 10 minutos.
Snack time.
Zeknime.
So do we get a... Wait, so what?
What's up?
Rest. Oh, I'll just finish resting. Nothing. We're
Whoa.
good. We're vibing.
All right, sweet. Breako.
Break.
Go.
muted.
Ah, there we go. I'm back.
All right. Back.
Yes, I think we're still waiting on Sky, or at least I can't see him.
No, he's here. You just kind of.
Ah,
I see him in the.
there we go.
There you go.
There we are. Okay, I can see him in stream. Fantastic. All right. So, you both saw some bloody footprints. You went back into the apartment after unlocking it. There on the couch, still unconscious, is your driver, Winston Smith.
That's right.
Name. Yep. I'll get it eventually.
It's okay. It's incredibly generic. Average, you might say.
He's sitting there, and, he's just mumbling to himself. But he looks fine, other than, there's the huge blood stains and drag marks on the floor.
Hey.
Pokemon. Give me, are you trying to be forceful? How are you trying to wake him up?
I don't know. A light slap at first.
Give me a strength check.
Okay.
On a brawl check?
What if I roll too high? It's gonna be full wind up.
No, and this is just see if he feels something. So, how hard is how high you roll. I didn't want to say brawl. Brawl is a good one, but brawl is to deal damage. Nice.
27
Okay.
over 50.
Tush!
Uh-huh.
He wakes up. Sir? What? And he sees the blood again. Oh. What happened? And he looks up at you.
The guy that was bleeding, we took him to the hospital. While you
And
were
why are
out.
people bleeding in my room?
We're trying to figure that out.
Do you know a man with the name of Wilton?
Wilkins.
Wilkins. Almost had it. You almost had it. Wilkins? Can't say that I do. Is that important? Was that the name of the man bleeding on my floor?
That might be the name of the man that shot him.
He looks up at you, Irvin. Sir, to be frank, these last couple days have been extraordinarily not dangerous, but they imply danger, and I don't, no disrespect to you, but I'd prefer it if you left that away from me. If you know what I'm saying.
No, don't worry.
If
you
you
won't be
guys
in
are
any
being,
danger.
if
This
you and
is
your
a
friends are
weird
being
fluke.
targeted and being chased after by dangerous people, I don't want them around my family.
Well, well then.
Promise me that this will never
Understandable.
happen again
I assure
at
you
my
it won't.
door. Good, good.
Of course, it's weird that it happened at all, but
He takes off his nightcap, and there's this big bald spot. Scratches it a little bit, puts it back on. If you don't mind, I might sleep here on the couch tonight. I don't feel like getting up.
yeah, that'll be quite all right.
Of course, of course. Of course. And he quickly nods off.
Well,
Do you have any plans for the night, or?
well, we need to go to where those footprints went and maybe investigate.
The footprints, for what you know, they started at the staircase and they led towards your door. So, are you trying to go
Evidence
back to
of
where they came?
who was there, what had happened,
That's fair.
Do an
Yeah, I want to
investigation.
see if I can find any shell casings, or remnants of gun.
Yes.
Remnant of gun. Okay.
Yes.
If he used a revolver, there would be none.
It's in the
This
person.
guy murders.
The revolver doesn't eject.
All
Yeah.
right,
Let's
Mr.
see if there's like any blood
Donovan.
spatter, things like that.
All right. We use spot hidden a lot, but I feel like looking for something that would have a chance of being there rather than some minute detail placed there, like the footprints. I think that'd be luck. So give me a luck roll.
Can I use
Me too.
luck?
Both of us doing luck rolls?
Yes, both of you do luck.
My luck is so bad right now.
Oh no,
Wow,
that's a shame.
Could I use luck to help the lot?
Sadly, no. It's unfortunate.
I know, I just make the joke
You're
every
looking
time.
down the hallway, and as you're following the footprints back, you're looking around for gun casings.
A child.
Nothing was here. No, you don't find anything. Other than the bloody footprints, which some unfortunate janitor is going to have to clean up and have a lot of questions about.
Nothing here, huh?
Other than footprints. No.
That's too bad. Well, if there's nothing to find, I would just head back up and go to sleep. Get up bright and early. Up and at 'em.
Bright and Adam. All right. All right. So if you both are going to bed, and to be fair, Winston's bed is now unoccupied, so you have that.
Don't mind if I do.
Yeah.
Wait,
All
why?
right. So you both are going to bed. In the interim, while you're going to bed, pop over to Hayden for a little bit.
Woo!
You are coming up to the end of a cave. Your friend Driscoll's nose seems to be clearing up just a little bit. The stream of blood is becoming less and less intense, and eventually clears up to where nothing spills out at all. You find the end of this cave after it gets to the point where you both have to really squish and start shuffling sideways. This is a very inconvenient cave, and he insists just follow down this direction. You end up in a wider part at the end of this cave with it's like cylindrical shaft that leads upwards with a metal ladder that you can climb up as well. Driscoll takes his rag and like stuffs it in his back pocket. All right. Be careful on some of the steps; they're a little loose, but just follow me and try not to shake too much.
Oh,
And that's not his voice. And try not to shake too much. And begins to climb.
Climb with him.
Let's see, is there a climb skill that
There
I can
is.
do?
It's
Okay.
literally climb.
Let's okay, yeah, do a climb check, Buckaroo.
I don't know. Where is it? There it is. That's not a good skill to do.
Nah,
It's not
that's
showing
why you need to
appearance.
upgrade it.
99?
Mm.
Oof. Do you have inspiration?
I think I do.
Because that'll
I can't remember
definitely
what
hurt.
for.
Yeah,
A 99 crit fail.
push it.
You fall and you take 8d6 damage. You're dead. Tab.
Dying immediately.
Yeah, squish. Oh, that's unfortunate. If not, then you're climbing up this metal ladder, and as you're climbing, your foot hits one of the metal bars, and it shakes and it snaps under you. Good, and you have to hold yourself there. Your legs swing for a little bit, and then you carefully climb back on. You don't fall, luckily, because this wasn't a pushed roll. But should you be chased, it might impede some movement.
Good.
You continue climbing the rest of these stairs and end at a trap door. Driscoll looks back at you. Keep in mind, we should be quiet. This opens up into someone's shack. Just Be silent, all right?
All right.
And he puts his hand up. He peeks over. Our coast is clear. He opens it up and he climbs out. And then you see his bony hand reach down and try to grab yours to help. Because there's really no rule applied, but you stand up and you're in a very small shack at the edge of the forest, covered up by the overhanging canopy of just a whole bunch of trees that's completely shrouded in darkness. But around you, immediately in this wooden vicinity, are several small candles that illuminate the interior. If you've ever seen any of the, what is it, Halloween or Friday the 13th movies, it's very akin to Jason Voorhees's sort of shack, where it's very
yes.
run down.
Friday the 13th. Wait.
It's
Halloween.
It's much like that.
The
What's Halloween?
antagonist.
What's Halloween? What's the guy for that?
Michael Myers.
Michael Myers, right.
Yes.
It's very much like his shack, where it's just run down, metal plates are falling off portions of the shack. There's like mesh wiring in some parts. But give me a spot hidden while I try.
Yeah.
I know.
Know which skills to level up next
I know.
time. What? Another success?
What
Well,
the?
I guess he
To be
does
fair,
have
it is like an
89.
89.
Next.
This is like your persuasion. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is like his area of expertise. Let me.
Talk my way out of anything.
Why is it not
Except
letting
you
me-
don't do a lot of talking to people.
That is fair.
And then he asks for, you can't lie your way out of anything though, because you can't ass talk.
Well, I got one. It'll
Yes,
be
you
a
did.
little bit better fast talk.
Let me polygon reveal this collection of trees right here. And you should be able to see it now. Hopefully, if it decides to... Yeah, this little corner where... Yeah. So in the darkness in this very far end... Can you see this at all? If you need me
Background
to
children.
brighten it up, I can. Yeah, there we go.
Let's see.
It's very close. You do hear the distant sounds of water, and you recognize where you might be. You're very close to Seathan's Lake. And your spot hidden was pretty good. So immediately around you, you see these small candles. You see what looks to be a small rundown cot. There's a cooler full of like bagged meats, bagged goods. Beer bottles are like open and just scattered around the floor. Along the walls are these strange like iconography of like Egyptian like what's the god with the bird head? You see him occasionally. You see the triangle eye that you saw.
Horus?
I think it's
I think
Horus.
there's a few.
I think there's two. There's like one of wisdom and then one of like death or something.
Osiris is death.
Anyway, doesn't matter. The bird guy. You see him as well as the triangle with the eye in the middle, the same that you found at the church, as well as the basement of the police station. You see a small shrine at the end of the room, or the far end of this living space, built upon the small pedestal with two candles lit right next to it and a small platter of gold and what look like teeth. There's also a spittoon off to the side, and a picture of a really decrepit, very old-looking man hangs on the wall.
A spittoon.
Sunken eyes with just barely the faintest traces of color behind theirs in the sunken sockets. No hair, but they look like they're just sitting, disheveled in like a wheelchair, and they're staring directly into the camera lens. It's like black and white, and the film grain of the whole thing just looks very unnerving. It looks like he captured a picture of a ghost. But it's sitting there on a pedestal. Whoever is living in the shack is, I don't know, it's a very weird place to be. Very unnerving. And as you step inside, look over to one of the pictures of the white painted eye on the floor, your head starts to hurt just a little bit. Your head aches as you look around. Very culty. You're not sure who lives here. On the opposite, actually, there are a couple rooms here, but you're just in the main living space. And as you emerge from the trapdoor, he shuts it and then clicks it shut. He locks it from the outside, and he looks to you. This way. There's a path that leads away from the lake towards town.
Where is this place? Or what
What?
is this place?
You want to stick around?
No.
Right,
Static.
come on. Yeah. And immediately, as
Stealth.
you begin to leave, you're stealthing?
Of course.
Okay.
Want to sneak out of this place, not run.
Right, his sneak is also pretty good. So let me roll. Okay, give me a stealth check. I'll roll stealth as well. Nice. That is a. Oh darn! It's only a 40 for him. He'll use some luck and.
Ugh.
Woo!
Let's push that roll.
Pushing it.
Oh.
Okay.
There we
Okay.
go.
Good. Always a bit of a tense
Oh,
moment.
no, that's spot hidden. Never mind.
Oh. Okay. Extreme success. That's good.
There's stealth.
Okay. As you both are leaving the premises, heavily shrouded in the almost immediately around the property, whatever this place is, are just wood trunks. There's trees everywhere. You smell the horrible rotten smell of just bodies and the buzzing of flies. You look around and there's the faint darkened shapes of like this table. It looks like this large, there's a gleam of a knife that catches your attention. Probably a butchering table. Whatever body or whatever's on it just reeks. As you sneak past, you hear loud pounding sounds and muffled yells as something from the inside is trying to get up from the trapdoor.
Does the knife look special?
But you both successfully sneak away. What was that?
Well,
Aiden?
does the knife look special?
It just looks like a normal butcher's knife, but you can take it if you'd like.
And murderers only use the best butcher knife, so must be worth something.
Yeah, that's very odd and convenient how murderers just have.
Yeah, they have a lot of experience, which one's the good knives.
Nah, I'll leave it. All
right, you take a moment, you
I have
watch
my measly shiv.
measly ship, and he begins to lead you down a wooden path. A path through the woods, I should say. No, let's just hide again. Come on, polygon reveal. And he leads you. There we go. And joins into an area that you had already found.
All right.
All right, come on. Someone coming up from the trapdoor. Come on. And he begins to lead you down this path that you had already traversed, trying to follow after that one creepy old lady in the woods at one time, just a few days ago. After a little while, you hear the crack of a shotgun, boosh, and splintering of wood as the trapdoor is blown open. You hear the loud yelling, "I'll find you!" And the sound is very close. You hear the door being thrown open, and he's like, "Oh gosh!" And how would you like to proceed? There's someone potentially chasing you. You would like to proceed stealthily or go faster?
Stealthily. It'd be good not to leave footprints.
Alrighty. This is a different segment. Why don't we do another stealth check? And he is going to roll, whoever this person is.
Pretending like you don't know.
He's going to roll a check as well. Ooh, that's a critical success. So you rolled a success as well. Let me roll for Driscoll. Come on, succeed, Drisky boy. Whoa, that's also an extreme success. All right. So, he got a higher level success than you. which is unfortunate, but you did succeed. So how does this work? In case of success, you take the... Okay. You're carefully trying to avoid the main path. It's still, because of the overhanging canopies of the dirt path, there's still a bit of mud, which is what you're trying to avoid. As you're trying to avoid the main path, you're crouching into the more foresty areas where there's a lot of sticks and stones and things that'll break your bones. And as you're crouching and making your way along, you hear a something beneath your feet snaps. And you hear the immediate, there you are. And someone begins to, you hear the heavy sloshing of mud as someone begins to chase towards the direction you are. Are you still hiding, or what would you like to do? You are confident that you're stealth where you are, but you did make a sound alerting to where you may be. So, what's your plan of attack here?
Look around for anything that I could, like, hide in.
Sure. Give me a luck roll.
Alright.
Look. Alright. Nice. There is a large boulder hiding not too far away, shrouded by some shrubbery and a large towering tree. You probably hide behind, nothing in per se, unless you want to hide in the bushes.
Well, I'll hide behind the boulder and, like, kind of conceal myself with leaves and whatnot.
Alright, nice. Driscoll is sadly... Actually, Driscoll will be following you. Where are we going? Where are we going? He steps in with you. He steps in, saddles right next to you. Give me a... You hear the heavy sloshing of wood, and you hear the hollow sound of someone breathing through a mask. You hear the clinking of metal as someone's carrying a gun. It sloshes down the path, and... Come on. You hear another crack as another shot is let out into the air. Whoosh! You hear some birds begin to scatter off into the night. I know you're here. He begins to look around. You hear the gun unclick as it begins to load 2 more shells into place. Still staying?
Yeah, just, have the shotgun at the ready.
Yeah.
Pointed, past the rock where he would be coming
Driscoll
from.
also takes out his rifle.
How'd he grab a pistol?
He grabbed a .30 lever action carbine.
Alright.
And whoever this person might be, he begins looking at the tracks, doesn't see anything. Give me a luck roll. Nice! That could have been very bad. He looks at the mud very carefully, shines his flashlight. The beam crosses you just barely over your heads, shining across the boulder, past the trees, even up into some of the canopies. You hear him curse under his breath, turn around and begin stomping towards the other way. Wait for just a second. And his footsteps become more distant, but you hear another crack, a thunderous crack, distant more, of a shotgun. Alright, he's a little bit farther now. Should we go? I'm going for it. And
yeah,
he steps
go.
out of the shrubbery and begins to stealthily make his way down the path. Do you follow?
Yes, stealthily.
Right. Stealth checks. Oh,
Come
no!
on.
That is a success on his part. As you're leaving the shrubbery,
Push it.
You're pushing it. Okay.
Woo!
Extreme
Oh,
success. Nice.
Nice.
All right. You begin to. Oh, I guess I revealed too much of this. Okay, well we'll leave that later. For the viewers, there's just a big yellow triangle on here, and it's very disconcerting. Okay, so you both make your way down the path. You hear another crack of a shotgun behind you, more distant, and you begin to hear the faint sound of a car driving off. And you enter into the sort of lit street of LOCHHOLT, leaving behind the dark forest and whoever was chasing you. Or looking for you, at the very least. So, Driscoll heaves a sigh. You're both at the tree line. Where do we go from here? Do you have any friends? Do you have a home
I got a
here?
place for us to go. There's an apartment.
Oh, you wouldn't.
Winston's not gonna like that.
I don't think you would have.
We
guys
drove
tell?
there.
Right, but do you know where they're staying for this night? Did you guys tell him?
I assume we would have.
Right,
Well, I gave them most of my stuff
right.
at the apartment.
Oh, right. They didn't. The police didn't confiscate it. You're right. So you wouldn't have your stuff. That's my bad. All right.
Well,
Planning ahead.
like,
Right,
you know,
right.
the guns and the alcohol.
Sweet. All right. Yeah. Good planning. All right. So you tell him that there's an apartment. Good planning on your part, because I totally forgot. 2 weeks, y'all. So you're over there. Driscoll is following closely behind you. He's just paranoid, looking behind him. Give me a spot hidden.
Let's see. Let's pull back up the character sheet. And spot hidden. Hard success.
All right, hard success, 42 over 89. Sweet. All right. In the forest line, you see a moving beam of light begin to head towards your direction. And as you're getting closer towards the apartment complexes, you see this figure stop, and he sees you both. Shadows of two figures making its way towards this grassy, hilly area, just right here. And as you both run, trails you. You see this person. He looks like he's in a large white coat with like very stereotypical killer look, with like a large mask and like two like lenses that glint off the moonlight. He carries in his hand a large metal gun, which he points at you both. Give me. He takes a shot, and you hear another thunderous crack, but you both are a fair distance away. He's over here, and you both are. Say, I'll put you about here. Just going to take a shot at one of you. If he hits, then I would like you to do something. Oh. So, when someone shoots at you, it's very similar to a like melee combat where you can fight or dodge. In the terms of ranged combat, you don't fight back, you don't dodge. There's a thing called duck for cover, which essentially someone shoots at you and, you know, duck for cover. But it grants them a penalty die. Essentially, your movement, whatever it might be, you know, dissuades them from actually being successful to hit you. So, go ahead and give me a dodge roll.
Dodge, 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 dodge. Dodge. E.
Eesh. And Driscoll.
54 over 10 on dodge.
Yeesh. Driscoll.
Oh,
Goosh! Crack. I believe with the range on his weapon, considering the distance that you are away, he's going to roll some damage.
What is the distance?
You are right here, so it's in yards, and considering the actual length, like, so you have movement and you have the ruler, and the ruler goes in like minutes, because that's how long it takes to traverse one of these, you know, one of these squares. So for the meter of weapons, just essentially I'd say take your gun's range and then have it, and then that's how long you're able to shoot. I don't have like a gun range on this thing, so we're just going to use the numbers.
Is it one of the shotguns?
It is one of the shotguns, which
They have
isn't-
different damages at different ranges.
Yeah, which is what I'm looking up right now.
So you got the 10, the 20, or the 50.
Yeah, so you're right here, and so halved.
Estimation on like a football field. Half a football field. Half of
The
a half.
American
of a
way.
football field.
How many football fields is it?
How many
Because the
football
football field's like
fields?
100 yards, right?
Alrighty.
I definitely remember
Right.
reading like a book somewhere. A blue whale is about
120 yards.
3 football fields or
Halves,
something,
so
and I'm like,
you'd be-
wow.
And you guys did get a fair head start on them, so I'm going to put them at medium range. So you guys are actually probably closer to the edge of this grassy area. So in that range, let me measure just one more time. So ranged half. Okay, so that's a little bit over 10. Or half anyway. So 5.2. Okay, cool. I'm going to roll damage on my screen, then see how this plays out. Slap. What's your health at?
6.
Okay, you take 5 points of damage. And you take a major wound. You feel a sudden sharp pain in one of your legs, and you suddenly go down. Ah! You feel warmth begin to cool, like you begin to bleed profusely from your leg. Driscoll turns around and begins to help you up, and you see across the way the guy begins to load 2 more shots into his gun. Driscoll begins to drag you. So you have a major wound, so this is good to know because we haven't gotten to this just yet. So major wounds are bad, obviously. If you get down while you have a major wound, then you like begin to die immediately. You need a con roll. If you go down unconscious, we'll get to that when we get to there. But just know that you have a major wound, and anything that happens forward should be interesting. So to cure a major wound, you need a medicine check, I believe.
Just rub some dirt in it.
Yeah, just throw some mud. All right, strength check from Driscoll. Yeesh, he's going to use some of his luck on that to help you out. All right, he begins to pick you up, and he begins to pull you. At this point, you see. Actually, wait, they definitely would have heard gunshots. All right.
Do we hear gunshots?
Across the town, very, very distantly.
Not really across the town.
Yeah,
It's in the
this
field
is
next to the
probably
apartment.
in the timeline. This probably would have been after you guys had gone back in and gone to sleep. So yeah, no. So, all right. So he begins. You said towards the apartment complexes, and he begins dragging you towards the apartment complexes. And you're clutching your leg, like screaming in pain. You're down to 1 hit point. That's very intense. Both of you see the man begin to walk towards you, and then his head turns as another car begins to leave, like down here, and then head off down the street. So the beam of the headlights pass over him, and he shrinks back into the forest line. Give me a luck roll. And I'll give you... Whoa! Hard success!
Nice.
You lucky son of a gun.
Yeah,
Alright.
not that lucky. I got shot, but you know.
He shrinks back into the forest line, and you hear him, like, you see him jerking a little bit as you both, well, I don't want to say safely, but you both make your way back towards the entrance of, you've been to You've been to the... What's his name? Hold on.
Wilson.
You've been to Winston's. You didn't know
Winston.
either. Winston's apartment, which you've been in before. And
Hey, Bryson, remember that promise you made?
you drag him. He drags you through the doors, kicking it open behind
Another
him.
guy is in shot.
And you think you're safe for the moment. You don't know if that guy's going to pursue anymore. But the receptionist at the desk, she looks over her desk and she... Oh, that's no... She falls over unconscious, and my headphones just fell off. Which I can't do any... Okay, there we go. Okay, sweet, I can hear stuff. Okay. So, sorry, and he begins to drag you, just a trail of blood being behind... what's his room? Ah, crap, I don't have...
Give him the room number.
Alright.
Follow the other trail of blood, basically.
He is actually going to use his first aid skill. Or at least try to. He's not that good at it. But hey,
Neither
you're
am I, so.
bleeding. Whoa, a 17! What's the first aid? Isn't it like a 20 by default?
I don't know.
I'm looking. First aid. First aid is 30 by default, so nice. So he wraps your leg as tight as he can make it, and then I'm not. Should I? He pulls out this small bottle of what you assume to be alcohol or something of the like. Should I pour this in? I don't. And he, in his hurried state, by the way, I think first aid gets you 1 health point back. So you gain a health point.
Yay, I'm at 2.
You're not within 1 hour gains 1 hit point. Yeah. And then medicine can be done to you to gain an extra 1d3 in hit points. So keep that in mind.
Okay.
Wow.
So you're dragged up the stairs, bleeding a little less profusely, and eventually Irvin and Jeremiah, as you're beginning to nod off once more.
Oh, good thing no bleeding shot people are going
You hear
to
a
go.
bam, 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 bam! A loud pounding on the door that jolts you up. Winston as well. You're like, the back. I'm
Stay there, Winston.
He stands up and he rushes to down the hallway, presumably towards one of his kids' rooms, or to grab a gun or something. So, a loud pounding against the door.
I'll grab my gun as well and then walk to the door.
Okay.
And then I'll see who it is through the peephole and open it.
Spider hole.
He'd be crouched, I guess. You hear a voice that you don't recognize. Open up! Man's bleeding! You don't see anyone. They're crouched below where the peephole is. He occasionally pokes up, and all you see is a tough, messy, unwashed hair.
I'll open it a crack, but have my gun ready.
Okay, gun behind. You open it up a crack, and you
And
see. And hide? What?
No, I was gonna say, and I shoot Howard. Just finish him off.
Bam! Loot the body. All right. You open up the door a crack, and you see this thin, lanky man wearing just old, tattered clothes, not too dissimilar from Howard. You see another Howard carrying Howard. But Howard, your friend, is clutching his leg. There's a section of his pants where it's just torn off, and there's just like a really bad wound. A chunk of his leg had been shot into.
How you doing, Jeremiah?
Oi, can we get in here?
Sure. We just promised we weren't gonna do this again.
Oh, by the way,
Again.
Howard, as As you and Driscoll enter, you see another large blood stain and drag marks into the room. It's very disconcerting that you're the second person bleeding that's been here tonight. So he drags you into the room.
There's new stains on top of the old stains now.
Hey, where'd this one come from?
He drags you in, and then he quickly shuts the door, and he's in like a heavy sweat. So now that he's in light, you see this bony, kind of underfed man with, if it were less mangled, it probably would have made for a nice pompadour look. He's looking like he's wearing like a shirt and tie that's obviously messed up, an officer's uniform as well. Yeah, also very tattered, bruised in some places, scar over eye, brown hair, probably mid-30s if you had to guess. But with how disheveled he looks and the trauma they just went through, probably in his late 40s. So he immediately closes the door, he locks it, and he just stares, keeping his rifle in both of his hands, just keeping his eye out on the people. And your friend's on the floor bleeding.
Oh boy.
Well, hi.
Well, hi. As your lawyer, I don't recommend whatever you just did.
Well, what does Winston think about this?
Winston? Oh yeah, he comes back with like a Colt. He comes back. Who's that? Who is that? Who? Mr. Hudson. Who's this man?
Mr. Smith? Hello.
Not more. And he's.
Could I try to catch?
Yeah, go ahead. Give me a dexterity.
Might want to put the gun down.
Dexterity check. Oh. 50 out of 45.
Well, nothing going on.
Not even any luck. All right.
Oh no!
He plants his back against the wall and just sort of sinks down. His hand's shaking now. You presume he's never shot anyone in his life. Doesn't seem like a violent guy, but he's pointing it avidly at Driscoll. And he turns around. Buddy, there's a whole lot worse we gotta deal with here. Just lay low, save your ammo.
I don't
Just
think
keep
that's
an eye
helping Driscoll.
You want that guy to come back?
We should probably get to a hospital.
Yeah, but you think it's safe out there? Also,
Well,
who
now
are these guys?
Now there's
mean-
like a bunch of us.
We've already been to a hospital once today.
Yeah, I can tell by the bloodstains on the floor. Driscoll Harker, private investigator. Pleased to meet your acquaintance.
Private investigator.
Howard Hudson, hobo.
Yeah, I've met you. I was introducing myself to these guys.
Yes, I'm.
Here your job
I'm all
title.
nervous about this. Well, yeah, I'm Irvin Patterson, architect.
So we have an architect, a hobo, and you are? He looks at
Jeremiah
you.
Biggs. What's the one I'm thinking?
Reporter.
Reporter.
Well, that's technically
Investigative
Investigative
reporter.
reporter? Was that
my technical
Photographer.
job description is real estate photographer
Slash lawyer.
/ lawyer.
He just sort of nods his head.
Remember I told you about we were investigating a house?
Right. He didn't say who we was.
Well, this
Well.
is we.
We need to get
French now.
we need to get
Do any of
medical
you have
assistance.
firearm experience?
Yes,
A little bit.
me. The hobo soldier.
Yeah. Right. Don't like
That,
the roads.
well,
I think it's... He saw us go in. I don't think it's safe to lie here. Being chased. To the hospital, I guess. Just let me catch my breath. And as you're all standing in presumed safety above your bleeding and wounded friend, and with a quickly passing out Winston Smith, we're going to end tonight's episode here.
Wah!
Hey,
Whoa.
the daring escape was successful.
Yeah, successful. You're at 2 hit points.
You're alive, though. Any
I'm
closer,
alive
that
and out of jail.
That probably would have killed you.
That would have been a bummer.
One more hit point.
He just dies off screen.
Were
we
you-
just don't see it happen.
Which shotgun was he using? Was he using the 20 gauge or was he using one of the higher ones?
It only had 2 rounds, and I'll look for it. But yeah, how I'm gonna use like range in this is basically take the ruler, or basically have your ranges on your guns.
Well,
and
what
then
did
just
you
roll
roll
it out.
for the?
Yeah, I
the
know.
damage?
That's just how I'm gonna rule guns since we actually have a map. For the guns, I'm trying to find this way back here. I just passed it on it. Hold on. Nope, that's handguns. Shotguns. I believe it was a 12 gauge.
Ah, I got lucky.
Very lucky.
At 20 yards, he rolls 2d6s.
I believe at 5 it's 12 gauge. Oh, is the sawed-off one?
Oh, the sawed-off?
Yeah, it was a sawed-off. It wasn't that big.
Oh,
At 5 yards, oh, 46.
five.
Yeah, if they're next to you, you're dying.
Oh man, I think with Driscoll's help you could have. Well, now there's this mysterious guy in this living room. Kind of a. This is probably the most
Again.
yeah, probably the most entertaining day for Winston Smith. That's for sure.
Yep.
He's probably.
just-
Not so
Average
average
man.
day. It's average life.
Man, you're lucky if he doesn't
least.
quit.
Maybe I'll give him a good
That's fair.
tip. I don't know.
There you
Here's
go.
the-
Thanks for everything. Gives him $1.
500, no, just a nickel. Thanks.
He probably
Don't
wants-
spend it all in one place.
Man, what a session. That
Yeah.
was fun.
That was wild. I only succeeded on 1 skill check. Well, I only got marked 1 skill.
Yeah. Sorry, I would have had you all like do more rolls, but the party was split, so I was trying to
Oh,
split
yeah.
attention.
Rolls.
Yeah, there is safety in numbers in Call of Cthulhu, that's for sure.
Yeah,
At least we're all back together.
Yep.
That's true.
for now.
If I was alone, I'd be dead.
Quite true.
All right.
Whack.
Well, good session. I think we're gonna leave it here. See ya. Hopefully next week. Next week. The next week works for everyone, right?
Works for me.
We don't have another 2-week gap.
What's the date next week? Is that the 14th?
Yes.
I'm gonna be flying down to Richmond next week for the Temple open house.
Right.
It's too bad. Oh.
So.
It is.
I'll be flying on the 21st.
Oh right. Keep the thing. If we want, we can do our
Well, maybe
session.
if I have time in that evening, if I get in on time, who knows?
It doesn't have to be on Fridays. It can be. We'll just plan this. We'll plan this off screen.
Yeah.
All right. In
Yeah,
any
They
case,
don't need to hear
you
all
all
of it.
have a good one, folks. See you next time. I'll probably make an announcement. Probably not. I don't know. In any case, I hope you all have a good one. Stay safe, stay alive, and stay sane.